Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Economics Simplified. I'm Miss Ellen, an economics tutor. My channel is to help students develop interest in economics, understand the subject very well, and also simplify economics for my students. What I want you to do for me is you subscribe to my channel, you share, you like, and make sure to leave a comment below. Today's lecture is the continuation of my last video I made, that is nature and scope of economics. Today we are looking at ends, scarce means, and then alternative uses. First of all, let's see what is meant by ends. In economics, ends are simply one's aims, objectives, goals, desires, or wants. That is ends. For example, it is my aim to travel around the world. That is my aim. Or it is my desire to further my education. It is my end. Now, let's look at the characteristics of ends. The first is ends are unlimited. Human beings, we always want this, we want that. Our objectives are a lot. We desire to do so many things till thy kingdom come. We don't stop wanting, we don't stop having aims, we don't stop having goals. So we are saying that ends are unlimited. Then the second characteristic is that ends differ from one person to the other. Assuming we take, let's say, 5 people. Everyone ends is going to be different from the other. But then at the end of the day, they are all ends or aims or objectives or goals. Then the third characteristic is ends are competitive, meaning that let's assume as a human being, I want to further my education, I want to travel around the world, I want to get married, I want to do this, I want to do that. At the end of the day, my ends will be competing for my attention. Which one do I achieve first? Do I further my education? Do I travel around the world? Do I get married first? Do I do this, that first? Do I do that? So you realize at the end of the day, your ends will be competing with each other. Then we move to the fourth characteristic, which says that the satisfaction of one end leads to another one. That is trying to say that, for instance, I have so many ends or so many wants. That is, I want to further my education, I want to travel around the world, I want to get married, I want to do this. So at the end of the day, when I'm able to satisfy one, it leads to the satisfaction of another. Maybe I want to further my education, I've been able to achieve that. Then the next thing is I want to get married, I've been able to achieve that. The next thing will be I want to give birth, I do that. The next thing is I want to give birth to a girl or a boy. So realize that one satisfaction will eventually lead to the satisfaction of another end or another one. Then we move on to means or scarce means. When we say something is scarce or scarce, it means something which is difficult to have, difficult to acquire. Now let's see what means are. Means are simply the resources with which the ends are obtained. Example of resources, we have factors of production, such as the land, the labor, the capital, the entrepreneurship. So as I said, means are resources. Now adding the two words together, that is scarce means, it means that the means are that is, they are limited. Means are limited in every society. That is what scarce means. Now we move on to look at the characteristics of means. Characteristics of means. The first characteristics of means is that means are limited in supply. They are not, you can't find them just like that. They are limited in supply. Then the second, its means can be combined in different proportions to produce goods and services. For example, taking that of land. Land cannot produce by itself. Labor cannot produce by itself. Capital cannot produce by itself. It means that when we want to produce any goods and services, we should be able to combine that of land, that of labor, that of capital before we can get our goods and services. Then the next characteristic is that means have alternative uses. Means have alternative uses. A typical example is land, which is what? A resource. Land can either be used for farming, it can be used for construction, it can be used of building, in terms of building of houses, schools, etc. Then the last is means have economic value. When we say something has economic value, it means that it commands higher price for their usage. You can't just see them like that. You can't just have them for free. You need to buy them, or you need to purchase it, which means that it has a higher price for their usage. So these are some of the characteristics of means. Now, lastly, we have that of alternative uses. Remember, we are defining Lionel Robins' definition. And the last thing we are explaining is alternative uses. When we say alternative uses, it means resources can be put to different uses. Resources can be put to different uses. Example, we have land. Land can be used for farming, as I said earlier. It can be used for building of schools, of hospitals. It can be used for construction, mining, etc. So that is the resources having alternative uses. In my next video, we are going to explain certain basic concepts in economics. Example is what? Scarcity. Thank you for watching. Please, what I want you to do is don't forget to subscribe, you share the channel, you like, and you leave a comment. Thank you and have a great day.